Hey bestie, my name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning into Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make a no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices. And I am back on your screens. Hey, besties, what's going on? Happy New Year to you guys. You guys should come and tell me, oh, those chicken, the people that eat chicken and turkey, you better start bringing my own now. Tasha, I see you. Thank you so much for, always commenting, liking, sharing. You are too good. This is Gossip Gala, and my name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty Plenty, aka Grassy Body. But let's take a look at social media. What's really going on there? That place is too chaotic. They should allow us to breathe, please. Two elephants are fighting. The rest of Nigeria citizens, we are just there. Eh? It feel like saying nah, because there's this video I saw of late, right? I think it was today I saw it, where one girl was saying that Cubana chief priest is her daddy. Hey, me I be Cubana chief priest, mama. How far? Make una, because it seems like Burna boy is not sharing the money. Let me too go and collect my, understand. You, if you like, stay there. Now they give you straight info now. You know, go wrong, go claim your own. You can be the brother, you can be sister, you can be nephew, niece, anyone, cousin. You understand? Distant cousin from another country. Who knows? At least just say whatever you want to say and put Cubana to it, and you'll be rewarded handsomely. Oh my God, it's a long time, yeah, 2 weeks, and it feels like a year. I've missed you guys so much, and I know for sure that you've been waiting for me to come back. Guess what? The Minister of Gossip is here and ready to gossip. I know what time it is. It is time to gossip, and I have an exciting person on the table today. And you see, just imagine where we have a poet and we have an artist on the show. Do you know what that is? Casablanca everywhere. We got Casablanca on the unit. I have yourself, who is a poet, and I have Fadot, who is an artist. Hey, besties. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, what's this energy you guys are giving me? Better jazz up, jazz up, jazz up. Come on. What's going on? Tell me how you guys got here today. Was it difficult? Because I know many people are traveling back. Everybody's coming back to their various states, various locality. Just give me a bit about how the journey. Okay, let's even start from your Christmas. Your New Year. How was it spent? And how was it like getting to this place? Let's start with you, sir.
Well, I'm not so much of a dirty December person.
Oh,
so Christmas,
really?
New Year, I spent it indoor. Just writing and trying to take a break from, performance and all of that. Just putting the year in resolutions and all of that. And sleeping and eating. Even though no one gave me rice and chicken. But
Are you serious?
we go again 2025.
I they tell you we go again. How can they not give you rice and chicken?
Right.
You should see now. These are part of the issues. Those people that used to keep around you, I think they are friends.
Exactly. Maybe
Now
don't worry. Ramadan don't almost come.
You go show them your
Oh, you're
chop
Muslim.
naku. You will sabi.
I'm a Muslim.
Yes,
Right.
now. Let's talk about you, Fadot. How's it like your Christmas, your New Year, and how's it like getting to the studio today?
To me, it's like every day is a Christmas, though.
Oh
It's
shit.
They are just little different things,
Mm-hmm.
there that we just need to do, just be going to shows, pushing my crafts and all that. So it's not really something that special
Right.
to me. It's just like celebrating. Though Christmas is a special day for everybody, so
For everybody, yeah.
we're just celebrating and doing some little special thing.
That's right.
It's not something that really much.
That's really that
Exactly.
big.
Special, yeah.
Ha. Well, I think it was big. Let me just give you guys just one small gist. Me, I was in my house because I literally did like a mini travel, right? So my dad is not like around us, so we had to go to Agbara because that's where like we have like our family house and all where he built, and so we went there, and my phone just rang one time, and I picked it, and I'm like, who be this one? No, can't stress me. And the guy's like, hey, God's beauty. So it's me. I just felt like it was, I mean, you're one of those persons that made my 2024 special. And the person said to me, like, you know, this hamper now, this gift.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I went to collect it yesterday. You need to see the things that are inside. But make a drop on her ear. What is it? You want to hear all the old plenty gossip? You're coming down. So let's talk a bit about, you know, you being an artist. I hear you when you say that your style, your sound is quite different from every other person, even though it's Afrobeat that you do. So put me on it. How did you even know that, okay, you want to sing? Because it's one thing to have voice. I have voice too, yeah? I get voice, happy. Oh, no, I don't say I get voice. I just say, like, I don't have voice, don't worry. But back on it, I mean, it's one thing to, you know, sing. It's another thing to say that, okay, you want to do this professionally. Given that there are lots of people that everybody wants to sing nowadays, you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So what makes you different? I want to know how you've been able to craft your niche and, you know, what is looking like towards the future now.
Well, actually, when I started, like, I wasn't thinking I was going to take it professional, you know. But along the line, I discovered I'm getting used to me singing and rapping. When I was in school, then when I was in secondary school, I'll be beating the table, you know, rapping, freestyling, you know that. So along the line, when we got to, you know, when we got to a stage whereby I said that music is becoming something whereby a lot of people are doing and all that.
Exactly.
And seeing the likes of Olamide coming out, doing stuff like that. And for the fact that we came from the same place, I was, you know, inspired. Like, okay, I can do this.
Okay.
I can do it. So
let's do it. I like it. So let's talk a bit about your EP, because, I mean, that's something that you just dropped recently, right? You say you dropped in November?
Yeah, in November last year.
Tell me a bit about what the EP is about, so that everybody listening would, you know, I mean, give us a reason why we should go and listen to it.
The EP is just like, I titled it Omo Baba Michael.
Omo Baba Michael.
Yeah, because it's kind of part of my story, you know, my upbringing, the way I grew up, you know, the things I've experienced, the pains, the suffering, the enjoyment, everything. So, you know, everybody has a story. You get so
in those
I
6
compiled
tracks,
my story in a song, you know, and do something.
I like it. I would want to go and listen to it.
Right.
I would want to. Let's talk a bit about spoken words. Yourself, put us on it. I mean, you said you've been doing this for 8 years, 8 years now. How's the journey been? Because I know it can be very. Let me put it like this. So it's one thing to have the passion to want to talk. It's one thing to have the passion to want to speak, especially where you have the voice, and you have the voice. The first time I hear, I'm like, this guy won't blast my ear. Make this man they calm down. I beg. Do you understand? So you have the voice, you have the potentials, everything. Why poet, right? Why spoken word? And now that you're into it, what's it looking like for you? What's the future looking like for you? Because I feel like it's of recent that people say really giving, you know, paying attention to people that are into spoken words. All thanks to the big people that have made names, like the likes of IB Quick. Because before now, I mean, they don't really rate us like that. They just see spoken word artists as, I beg, just be there. Do you understand? They just know it's existing, but they don't know. They don't see our potentials. So I would like you to tell us, you know, what the journey has been for you, and you know just give me, you know, how it has been. Let me just hear that. Let me hear that.
You know, poetry and spoken word has always been a noble craft, in my opinion.
Okay.
I just think the problem, especially with Nigeria here, is elitism. So there has been a lot of gatekeeping by poets themselves that, you know, poetry is an art form that is meant for a particular class of people. Now, when you create art that is supposed to be for everybody and you restrict the general mainstream audience, that is, you know, the woman selling pepper, the woman selling popcorn, from accessing it, it becomes a thing of class. I mean, Titi Lokbeshonuga hosts a concert every year, but you don't typically see random people who would go to, you know, an Olamide's show or a Portable show attend. It's always more of the intellectuals, you know, the nerdy guys and all of that.
Money.
Exactly. But, you know, I say it every time that poetry is for everybody. It's just about creating the art in such a way that it tells its stories. Because at the end of the day, it's an art form that is meant to, you know, express people's realities.
Of course.
And it was one of the main factors why I had to, you know, create a niche for myself in the space by doing Yoruba poetry. So, I mean, when everyone is doing the same thing, I feel like no one is making sense. If you want to tell the stories of people and you want them to be able to relate it with it perfectly, tell it in the language they understand. Tell it in the nuances they connect to. This is Lagos. Even people who are non-Yorubas still find a way to speak Yoruba and relate with its nuances, you know.
True.
And we have so many history, we have so many identities as a people that we haven't even explored. So yeah, you know, reflecting on my journey as a creative here in Nigeria, it has not been exactly a smooth ride from the offset. But now, I mean, I am you know, getting to run commercial campaigns for brands. I'm getting to work on, you know, associate projects, even creating projects for films, you know, using poetry as soundtracks for movies. So I've gotten to this point in my craft where I'm surviving on poetry alone. And, you know, for an artist in Nigeria, even outside poetry now, to say, oh, you want to be an independent artist in Nigeria full-time, it's a lot of rage. It goes beyond passion. But then, you know, a week might go, 2 weeks might go, you know, gigs might not come. But when it comes, it's always handy. And, you know, for me at the end of the day, my fulfillment at the end of the day is that someone connects with my work. You know, they'll find a place of therapy in it. They'll find a place of light, of healing in it. It's more like a win for me at the end of the day. Because, when the capitalist endeavor, we want to make money, we want to, you know, get all of these things is done, what is left for the artist? Is it the momentary applause or the legacies?
Bam, bam, bam. So let's talk a bit about, I mean, you've given us the journey, right? You made mention of the fact that you do like Yoruba, so you actually talk to your audience through speaking the language that's Yoruba.
Yes.
But there's also a fear that, I mean, there are also persons that don't hear Yoruba.
Absolutely.
So how are you able to find, okay, let's just say probably you do Yoruba whatever so that you can get your audience, and that's just your Yoruba audience, so people that listen to Yoruba. But somehow I don't think you've still been able to pass your information to the rest of, I mean, the non-Yoruba listeners and all of that. So how do you intend, you know, working towards that?
You know, when I started, because I started out doing English poetry just like everyone. Every then at some point I diverted to, you know, using Yoruba because language preservation and culture has always been my thing. So even when I was doing English poetry, you would still see me with my cowries, my beads, so you still feel that and then when I diverted to Yoruba poetry, one of my fear every time I mount on stage is, there's probably someone here who does not understand Yoruba. And then there are Yoruba who feel like, your Yoruba is too deep, your Yoruba is too conk. I don't understand what you're saying.
Debunk.
Right? But then, you know, I got to a point and I realized that it's not always necessarily about the language. It's more about the feeling you are conveying. So even if, I mean, music is like, you know, generally acceptable now. Now, if an artist sings in Yoruba language,
give Ashake for example,
or Brimo, right? Or, you know, a non-Yoruba listens to it, let's say it's a sad song or it's a love song, you may not necessarily understand everything that musician is saying, but you would connect with the emotion some way, somehow. And I feel like when you are trying to create art that is for everybody, that is, you know, meant for everybody, you end up either watering down your purpose or, you know, losing out on your true self. So my first collaboration as a poet was with a South African artist, William Rost, and it still stuns me to date because I do not understand Africans and she does not understand Yoruba. I see people listen to these works every day and they feel like, it's therapeutic to them, you know, it's healing. And I'm always surprised how much, you know, the diversities of our language, when you look beyond, you know, the orthography written down, there is so much going on just listening to someone, just feeling the emotions. And because it is performance poetry for me, I mostly have to infuse sounds, you know, colors, flashes and all of that. So if the language does not necessarily capture you, the sound will capture you. Every other element would capture you. And of course, like I would always say, if you dig into my art so much and you really want to understand what I'm saying, go and learn my language.
Come on. That's a big one. I'll go on a short break on this one. To come back with on the street of social media, stay with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light from my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Yo, let's talk about things in Nige. Most of the man them sucking Gary, the rest them eating rice. Won't fight for a little for sustainable came and increase the price. It's your boy Kid Drastic. And shout out to Gossip Gala. You can come on here to watch best gossips and trendy stories and this thing. So stay safe. Bless.
Thank you so much for sticking around. It's on the street of social media. So the first one on the street says, man whose wife is a sole provider speaks on trending video. Let's watch this video together, please.
Even the first car she got, I can't remember her driving that car for up to 2 weeks straight. And I used that car for 7 years. She handed it over to me while she continued the public transport.
I make the money, we all use it at home. Any salary that comes is ours, not mine.
Money that comes is not mine, it's ours. From a woman. Amen. Yeah. What do you guys think about the story? The fact that I don't have women on this state is a bit shaky now. Because I feel like you want to, probably agree with the man. So the man is doing the things where probably here in Nigeria now, there's certain things that we believe that are women's thing, right? Yeah. Example, cooking, washing of plates, taking the children to school. There's just this norm that, now women are supposed to do that thing, and you're supposed to provide. But funny enough, in this story, you see that the man is the one doing all of these things. Wakes up in the morning to prepare the food, to prepare this, prepare that, ensure that everybody is safe, right? But for the wife, she's the one going to work, bring the money, and just like she said, when the salary comes, the money is not mine, the money is ours. Amen. What do you guys think about the story? Let's start with you.
I feel like they have their understanding. Because it's very rare these days now to see a woman that would,
agree to these terms and conditions
that nice. Okay, you let me be doing the work. When I make the money is our money. Some women, they believe my money is my money. You get, my husband money is our money. You get. So seeing a woman like this that has this understanding that okay, except the man feels like okay, no, it's the right of a man to work,
right, and
provide for the family. So in this case, I feel like there's something between them that could warrant the man to say, okay, let my wife be doing the work and me taking care of the house.
Right.
I feel like it's not a big deal though. Or what do you think?
What do you think, Yusuf? Because I want to say something, but let me hear you.
When I first saw the clip online, so I have this bias for always watching full videos on YouTube before passing comment. And after watching the video, the first thing that came to my mind is family dynamics are different from each other.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Nigeria, and in this part of the world we believe that a man should be the sole provider and the woman should take care of the home. Yeah. But personally for me, I feel like every human alive, be you male or female, should go out, work and provide something. How you both decide to spend that money at the end of the day, because if the conversation was flipped, we would say, the woman is a liability because the man is being a sole provider and all she's doing is staying at home, tending, cooking. People would still call her liability. Why can't you go out and work? I personally don't want a full housewife as a wife at this point in my life. And while I understand their family dynamics and respect that, I would have been very cool with the man. But the idea of my wife got my wife got a car,
God bless you.
I took that car from her and she jumps on public transport.
Yes.
I find it very problematic. There's a place of grace and kindness in, every relationship, even friendships. So, because, you are my friend, I'm your friend, I can offer you certain things like, this thing is useful to me, but, you can take it, you can use it. Now, it boils down on you to feel like, if you take it from me, what happens to me? There's a place of sacrifice. Yeah, but there's a place of, nothing stops him from, maybe picking her up with the car or, finding a way in such a way that she also wouldn't have to go through the stress of, public transport and all of that. But I mean, at the end of the day, family dynamics are different. And on a deeper level, I feel like the abuse, I'm still coming back to that anyways, but I feel like abuse most times that comes to women, and we name it patriarchy, somehow are also being enabled by women in a way, because really, if the whole conversation was flipped, we would not be really talking about family dynamics now. What we'll be saying is liability, because what if the husband was the sole provider and he dies? What happens to a woman who is just, tending to the house? She goes hungry, she goes starved. So even if your woman is financially, stable more than you are, nothing stops you from still going out and, making some money. Fine. I grew up in homes where my mom, tends to carry most of, most of the responsibilities. But my dad was still working while he was alive, and then, it doesn't make it to the public. It's more of a support system, not a one-man thing. It's supposed to be a support system. I make 50,000, you make 20,000. We had our tokens together. Everyone gets to win at the end of the day.
So I like the fact that you made mention of the, that some things are just a bit problematic, because that's how it's looking like, right? I know for sure that if I'm having a conversation with certain persons, imagine now that, you remember the part where he said that, she just drive the car for 2 weeks. Yeah. Is this babe's car? She drive the car for 2 weeks, then you collected it and instead driving it. And she is jumping on transport. And it's the way he said it. Exactly. Some persons felt like the way he said it was too rude.
Exactly.
And it sounded like it's an abusive whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? But again, who am I to judge? Family dynamics.
What I see there is the woman feels like whatever things that belongs to me belongs to my husband.
Right, which is
fine.
Yeah, which is fine. She feel like, okay, if I'm working and I'm providing for the family and my husband is just there taking care of the house, taking care of the... But I feel like a man should always take responsibilities of anything.
Right.
He should not just relax and feel like, okay, since my wife is doing it, let her continue doing it. I don't know to other men, but
maybe it's a reminder that men
like,
too can be gold diggers.
Hey, I didn't say that. I like that actually, because do you know the interesting part? If this woman had probably stood up and said, "No, I'm not giving you my car," do you know it should have come on the levels of, she's not respectful.
Yeah.
She doesn't submit. Submissive. God bless you. That's what you hear. That's what they tell you. Now, when he also made mention of the fact that she's the one doing the provision, right, bringing the money, is the one taking care of, the home and all. How many men will even want to do that?
Even someone will feel like...
Should you not say this is also grace?
Even someone will feel like they'll feel jealous of their wife, because they'll feel like, this thing I'm supposed to be doing it now, you get, and you're the one doing it, and you're making it feel like, okay, you're the boss man, but I feel like to them they have this mutual understanding between them. You get, between the wife.
Exactly, family dynamics. Family dynamics. But I feel like it's always one event that goes on to become a norm. That goes on, because I try to look at it from a further introspective view rather than the constant. If the man is so relaxed and the woman is making all the money and it's working for them, what happens if the woman falls, God forbid, what happens if the woman falls sick, maybe to a terminal illness or something, and she's unable to work? Where does the man pick it from? Where does it pick it from? So I feel like whether you are married or not, it's just a regular survival act that you should go out and work. So you should not, because my partner is okay, my partner thinks I should not work because she's covering the bills and she does not have a problem with it. It's still not enough reason to now sit down, relax, and be proud of it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Would you call this man a man?
Well, I'm always very careful about that conversation, because I feel like at the end of the day, we live in a society where we try to define a man by what he can bring to the table, by his money and all of that. But yes, a man is a man. But I think it's the adjectives that now comes to play. Oh, is he a good man? Oh, is he a decent man? Oh, but he's a man.
And to me, I believe I believe because the woman is from the olden, it's rare for you to see
older generation.
Gen Z now that you get me, that can do that kind of thing. Like feel like, okay, let me work, let my husband just do this. But to me, I feel like it's not, doesn't make sense to me for the man. Doesn't make sense because in the sense that there are some things that a man will always be a man. You want to do some things and you feel like, okay, if I go to her now, she might feel like, okay, because she's the one doing everything and all that. So it doesn't.
I don't think that's how it is.
As much as it's rarely admitted, I feel like the ego of a man rests on the bills he's able to cover, what he's able to when something is going on in the home, and then you put a call through and it's like, oh, send your account number. But man, you are calling your man and then you understand? Like, bro.
Oh my God. We'll be alright. Let's look at the comment section and see people's perspective on the story. Okay. The Honey 75 say a man's pride is attached how he can provide for his family.
Yes.
A woman is supposed to be a supporting cast. Of she is helping temporarily when the husband lost his job. That's understandable. But it's nothing to be proud of. I don't wish for my daughter to marry a man that is so comfortable with this role. Oh, that's so funny. You have overused this so much. Oh, this person is there, man. Make this guy they calm down. Alright, let's get the next one on, please. Okay, I am not sure if it's just me, but she looks kinda unhappy. A sad face like a woman who has been through a lot. Just an observation. No? What do you guys think? When you looked at her, did she look like someone that is unhappy?
She doesn't look unhappy. She looks happy saying what she's saying, because if you look at the video very well, she's actually expressing herself. Like,
can we get that video more, Steve? Because
the way the way she was expressing herself, you see that
it can be made believe.
Yeah.
Happiness is more internal than physical. True. At the end of the day.
But your facial expression too should also show whether you.
I feel like the man is the one who is not happy about the situation.
The man looks fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave the happy or not. Does she look like someone that have been through a lot?
No, she looks like his mother.
Can we get the last comment on, please?
She looks like the one taking care of the home. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
She looks like someone that's taking care of the home.
Yeah.
So he looks like the person that's been taking care of.
You get.
I did not say it. It's people that said it. Alright, the last one says some men want this kind of woman, but the truth is they don't wish this kind of man for their sisters or daughters.
Right.
Do you agree?
Yeah,
Not be right. You agree or you don't agree?
I agree.
You agree?
I agree.
You guys should tell me in the comment section what do you think about this theory. It's just a lot. I mean, do you think that woman looks unhappy? Do you think she's happy? Do you think she has been through a lot? We're going on a short break to come back with the hot gossip. Stay with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light from my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we will analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Hey guys, it's your girl Purple Diva, and I'm live here at Gossip Gala. I want to say a very big shout out to Gossip Gala. Peace out.
This is Gossip Gala, and we're on the Hot Gossip segment. So the first story on Hot Gossip says, maybe I'm too special for my boo-boo to raise his hands on me. Relationship expert Blessing CEO tells people calling her man IVD a human beater. So let us first of all note that everybody remembers IVD's story, and the fact that IVD is actually one of the persons that, you know, our very sweetheart expert relationship therapist, Blessing CEO, is actually counseling, right? And we knew what went down. I mean, how we heard his wife died, that's IVD, during that time. So there are a lot of, it was a bit chaotic. I mean, Blessing had to go to prison, you know, for some certain stories that she also said, kind of backing IVD up, right? Now, of recent, we now saw that it's as if the two of them now are together somehow. I mean, right now, yes. But as for during the time they were posting few things in my head, I'm like, okay, what's going on? The first one also was the challenge they made. You know that challenge where you would see someone that say suspect. So the guy, I remember the guy saying suspect slept with her. I mean, someone that she's counseling, something like that, and she laughed. And when I saw that video, I felt like, okay, what's going on?
Right.
Now, during New Year, what's his name? IVD felt it was important to, greet certain persons that is important in his life. So let's quickly get that up, please. Okay. I mean, just look at it here. It says, it's a long story. I never knew you from anywhere before you came through for me. I was dragged, disgraced, disrespected. My good image was rubbed on the ground for what I don't have any idea of. My name, my business, also my business partners, I lost all contact for 3 good years. You came from nowhere to wipe my tears. You have shown me love effortlessly. Your reputation has been questioned, tarnished for speaking up for the truth. I have caused you and your family pain. And I'm here to say thank you for never giving up on me. The truth that has been hidden for years will be revealed soon. I'm here to say thank you and God bless you, boo. I had you for life, my bestie. At Official Blessing CEO, Happy New Year. So when I saw these two, I'm like, okay, what's going on? I could have come. You both should allow us to calm down. Then Blessing CEO just felt like it was important to tell everybody out
to
there.
Make it official.
To make it official, God bless you. She decided to tell the in-laws that back in me to have an in-law too. Let's quickly get what Blessing CEO posted. All right, she said it's been 3 years of knowing you. I remember when you just said thank you via DM, and I said it's just my opinion. Then you wanted to hurt yourself, and I ran to you. And that's giving me an Hollywood movie, but let's continue. Yes. Watch you for 7 hours to know you will be fine. 7 hours, Blessing CEO, that's beautiful. All right, the day I stepped my leg inside prison for waiting, I don't know, that was when I decided to know you. See rhymes. Spoken word, Oshe. I am glad I have never even knew you before because you had the title married man. I am happy I met you in your times of trouble, and I said to you, Ikechukwu Dare Burna, I will hold your hands and walk with you together. And we work through together. They tried and still trying, but they don't know that I am very stubborn with love. Ask my mama. You go like bring your mama or ask her there. Can we get the next one on? All right. Okay, so for that, she says, I don't care about your past though. The man I met is a sweet soul. Nobody knows my emotional side. I hide that part from the media. But you see you, IVD. I will honor you. I will submit to you. I will respect you, Oshe, love you, and most important, teach you everything they say you did not know. For the first time, let the world see me love a man so right. I bet there's so many blame, plenty. I'm never ready to come and read your plenty. Do you understand? But I mean, when she put this out, I'm like, okay, so now truly they are a thing. And all those boo-boo we've been hearing her say, we now know that IVD is the boo-boo. Yeah. But there's one interesting part, right? There's this video I saw, and I felt like it was a bit disturbing. To some persons, they're like, okay, she been a relationship therapist. She said she'd be expert. I mean, that's why there's Blessing CEO. The CEO added to her name, just like she would always say. She feels like she's an expert. The fact that she's following somebody of that nature, in short, make I know really pour out all the gossip. More watch that video together.
My man is not a woman beater. Maybe if your boyfriend beats you, he might not beat his next girlfriend. You understand? Just the same way my ex-husband has remarried. His wife might have a different story. Maybe I'm too special for my boo-boo to raise his hand on me. I'm a woman of virtue. Maybe I have developed myself enough that he will not try it on me. And he loves me so much that there will be no reason for him to beat me. So I'm so sorry that I am going to be getting the better part of IVD. If you want to eat it or eat it. Yes. There are some of we women that get the better part of a man. Some of you will crack the bone.
Make me want
to... I don't know if I want to talk because this one just really choked me, right? So let's talk from the beating angle. A man that's been beaten, let's say this, let's use the story as it is now, right? So during the time IVD was married to his first wife, right? The wife he was with at that time. You know, I think she's dead now. Now, there are claims that you're beating her, you're doing this, you're doing that. You come out to say that, oh, we are one now, and you are too special for him to beat you. What makes you different? What makes you different from the first person he was married to, right? That's the question of. I mean, everybody has been asking on social media. What makes you think you're different? What makes you special? Because I mean, we want to watch the story together now.
Yeah.
Where she says she's special.
Yeah.
That he cannot beat her. He loves her so much to raise, his hand on her.
No.
So, what do you guys think about the story? Do you think people change?
Well, to me, I feel like all this IVD and Blessing CEO thing is just play. You get. I believe they've known each other for long, even while IVD's wife was still alive.
Of course, that's what the story is about.
So coming out now and saying we just spent for 3 years, blah blah blah, it's just a write-up. You get because
so you're saying
a man is really crazy. Like we guys are very very crazy. You get? During the lifetime of Bimbo.
Do you agree or disagree?
During the lifetime of Bimbo, that's IVD's wife. Probably he has been seeing Blessing CEO low key. You get. And what happened, you feel like if they should start up that moment, it will be too obvious for people to know what was going on. So they had to give it enough time for everything to pass. Because
so 3 years is enough time.
Yeah, because I can still think of a man that has 5 children already. How many more kids do you want to have?
You want, right?
You get. So I feel like all these Blessing CEO and everything they are just pulling stunts. Because if it was me as a man, I already have 5 children, 5 kids. Like I'm going to focus on my kids.
Sure.
You get. I wouldn't even think of remarrying to respect my late wife. You get. Not to talk of marrying someone who her name is out there everywhere, who is a public figure. It doesn't make any sense to me.
What do you think about the story yourself?
So I'm always very careful about passing comments or who people decide to be with or their personal lives. But what I have a problem with and what I'm always vocal about is the fact that as much as men are the front table when it comes to patriarchy, women enable it. Because when a man for any reason raises his hand or attempts to raise his hand at a woman, it's not a question of religion at that point. It's not a question of whether he loves you or not. It's a question of a mental shift that is, beyond the degree of love he has for you. So if any woman is coming out to say, oh, someone who has been accused or, who there are substantial claims that, he has abused a woman before. And you feel like you cannot be abused by him because he loves you. It's basically setting oneself up for a death sentence.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's basically setting oneself up for a death sentence because it's not about the emotional connection at this point. It is about who he is.
Right.
There's something unchecked within him.
No, I'm not even talking about who he is right now because I don't want to judge. You get. IVD might be a good man too.
Yes,
He might be. It might be
when
a good.
When you say be a good man, explain it.
It might be a good man in the essence that it might be two and might not be two beating his wife. We don't know.
Why should she be the experiment? Why should she be the one willing to put herself as a litmus test or as a lab rat, like,
Yes.
okay, let's see if it is true. Or
Lab
not, we also
rat.
what happened with
That's why I
Osinachi.
said. That's why I
True.
said they've actually been
True.
seen. They've actually been seen before
Right, and
that time.
you know the problem is I see so many stories of domestic abuse, whereas the woman eventually ends up dying.
Yeah.
And often than not, there's always, you know, the woman covering up the stories of abuse
I
in the
think
name
we
of,
took
oh,
story of that. We
he
took
loves
a
me,
story
he
like
loves
that
me, he
last
loves
year.
me. I just really hope that, you know, by the time she, you know, gets to
Realizes.
see abuse for what it is,
Yeah.
she hasn't lost an eye yet, or, you know, maybe an arm. Because I do not feel there's any justification for abuse, or, you know, for people who abuse. If they
Abuse other
cannot be
people.
checked, if they cannot be checked and they are not willing to, you know, see through that, which is, you know, beyond just a year process or 2-year process, putting yourself in their home in the name of, oh, he won't abuse me, he loves me so much. And the idea of pulling down other women to raise oneself up, it's a very problematic thing. So you feel that you get to enjoy the sweet side. There are two shades to every human, you know, the positive side and the
then
dark
the-
side.
yeah.
What will allow to dominate is what people get to see.
True.
So if she thinks that, oh, she would get to enjoy the positive side, no, the dark side is somewhere, and all it needs is a trigger.
True.
And you know, once
You
that
still-
trigger,
you
it might be
you-
something
you-
very little, and
you-
then everything blows
You
up.
still don't.
True.
You still don't get it. You're already judging.
Yes,
You
I
get-
judge
you're-
abusers.
You're
to be
already
very
judging
honest.
him.
So you are saying that
Personally,
it's
I am
possible
not.
that
I am not
IVD
judging
is not a
IVD.
beta.
You get. I'm not judging IVD like it's a beta because
But
nobody
if
was
Blessing
there.
CEO has come
You
out
get.
to say it, you
Nobody
should
was
know
there.
that.
It's
There's a
because of what
level
people
of
You see
say.
the problem.
credibility
The
on
problem
it.
is that conversations of abuse, conversations of women being defied
Yeah.
and all, we are always looking
Domestic
for
violence in general.
evidences. So
Yeah.
there's a possibility
before-
that
okay.
if Osinachi did not die and she had come out years ago to say, oh,
Say it,
her husband was an
Yeah, she
abuser,
might-
there will be a group of people online who will say, oh,
It's a
there is
lie.
no evidence.
She
no,
might. She might.
there is
She
no
might.
lie.
She might. She
It's
might
true.
even be the one. You know.
Aiding it.
You know. She might even be the aggressive one in the
I
marriage.
personally
You
feel
get-
like if you get married to a woman and then, you know, we are all humans at the end of the day, and you know, our temperament reactions
Yeah,
is
it's
very
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
But you get married to a woman and then she's being so upsetting, or, you know, you feel like you are being triggered to that point where you might lose
Want
your
to-
decency
yeah.
and want to raise your hand. Call for a separation. It's very
It's that
simple.
simple.
I don't feel like there's any justification for you to raise your hand
True.
and beat a woman. Even man to man, bro, you go get where you reach before you drive to the two blows now. Not to
True.
now talk of, oh, a woman that is in your home, a mother of your children. Now, I don't have any problem with their love story. I don't have any problem with, you know, a therapist, you know, falling in love with, you know, our
Our
client.
client.
People break principles every day. People break rules
Yeah.
every day. But if you think you are bigger than, or you are better than women who are being abused, or, you know, maybe it is their fault, because from that video she's making it look like women who have previously been abused by him were rather unlucky.
She was making it look like the wife was actually the one.
Exactly, and it's
The
not
problematic
it's not a
one,
case
yeah.
of luck.
Now.
I say it's that you are never too smart for misfortune. You are never too smart for abuse.
Ororo dey your
So
head,
if you jump into a river without an ocean, without any protective jacket or whatsoever, you might just get eaten by the sharks, or, you know, drown in there, and then it won't be anyone's fault. It's just so sad at the end of the day that what we try to exemplify as good women or virtuous women in the society are women who cover up these flaws. Yeah, you cover up your partner flaws, but when it comes to abuse, it's not something worthy of being covered up. You
right.
keep covering it up until you lose your life.
True.
And even when you do, they still won't learn.
Sure.
They still won't learn because, it's, you know, it's more like a childhood trauma.
Yeah.
There is so much that people don't just grow to become abusers. So, you know, I mean, I do not have the certainty. He might have grown up in a home where he witnessed domestic violence,
as
or
normal.
exactly,
True.
or he was abused as a child, and
True.
all of that. But if you don't have all of that checked, and you just believe that, if I don't trigger him, he loves me so much, he won't abuse
happen.
you. It will be for the slightest thing one day, and by then we'll be typing RIP online.
And I don't want to type RIP.
Right.
Please. It's the beginning of the year. Let's really go
Right.
on a short break to come back with the hottest gossip. Stay with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light for my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we will analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Hi guys, my name is Debbie Felix, and shout out to Gossip Gala because the tea happens here.
Thank you so much for staying with us. It's the hottest gossip. So on the hottest gossip we have, I have $30,000 for your younger brother who repairs phone. All of they laugh. Make I calm down. Make I really finish that.
Money na
Who
water.
repairs phone? And they tell you money na water. Who repairs phone in Alaba market? Burna Boy tells Cubana chief priest. So honestly speaking, you know this whole thing. We don't know. We don't know what happened back end, right? The only thing where this whole thing here from was where what Burna Boy posted. Can we get that on? Something around no forget to be as a man or he started with that, right? And Cubana felt it was important. Yes, exactly this. No forget say you be as a man or and
They don't
they don't get your plug where in name Omoibo for Atlanta. Okay, and now you be next. God, I beg. Even all the big words gone. You go there, all right. Now when this came on, in my head I'm like, okay, what's really going on? I mean, almost everybody was asking that. Who is Burna talking to?
Yeah.
Right? Who is Burna talking to? Everybody was curious. Oh yeah, Cubana by himself with himself felt like it was important to set the record straight. And that's where the whole fight started, right? This one will say, hey, if this was Cubana saying, the Ferrari, the London jewelers, debt, I'm coming, I have long waited for this moment. Then this guy replies, you don't score yourself. Everybody in Lagos knows my style. All my shit paid for. Sometimes cash safe. If not, I for a day all the blogs by now for owing debt like your boss. Okay.
Voila.
It's all right.
Straight bullet.
It's straight bullet. When we saw this, you're like, okay, what's going on? But you know the most exciting part about this was where this guy's video now came out. Where Lucky did an interview with one guy called Pascal. Yeah. The guy was claiming that he's a brother to Cubana. So I think that was Burna saw this as an advantage to just insult Cubana very. You know, before now, Cubana posted some videos about where he paid Burna Boy $1 million artist, exactly. So when the Lucky just posted that video where the Pascal guy was saying that he's a brother to Cubana, Burna just sat down where he was and said, yes, now this is my time to come and shine. And guess what? He just told Lucky, Alpha, arrange this guy for me. I need to give him money. And guess what? There was a video where Lucky had to come out to say that, true. Burna Boy sent this guy $30,000 US, right? And that's a lot of money, honestly speaking. And guess what? When I saw that in my head, I'm like, okay, thank God, make it rest. But did it rest there? It did not rest there. Do you remember that video last year when one girl came out to say that she's pregnant for Cubana chief? She later give birth to the guy. In short, Twitter people, they carry it on their head. They started checking. This guy resemble Cubana on in head. Now Cubana picking with this. You get? When we saw that, everybody like, okay, what's next? But that matter kind of died last year. Now the babe came out this year and said, Cubana no agree take care of him Pikino. In Pikino they go school, see they no get house, nothing. And guess what? On mind to Odogu felt it was important for him to shine. He now came out again and said, hey, this girl, it's very simple. She needs to come back to come back to Nigeria. I didn't even know that Burna Boy has a football academy. So he has already said that he's going to put the boy through that. The boy will be part of the team once he's like more grown and all. He said he will give the mother a job. In short, there's so many things in my head. I'm like, this one don't pass fight too. But you know what? Why the story is more interesting was the video we watched this morning, where one girl now said that she's she's Cubana's daughter. Me like this.
Everybody's now making
I am
content
Cubana's mother.
I've seen content.
Aye.
You see,
social media.
You see, I feel like in life, you know, we should not be quick to judge.
True.
And nobody knows tomorrow.
I agree, actually.
Cubana felt like because he gave Burna Boy 1 million to 2019 to come perform, and he was actually dragging for a cake, like he can use that. But fuck it. That was 2019.
2018.
2018,
yeah.
Burna Boy is now Odogu now. He's a billionaire.
Life of a city boy.
Right.
Like he's just letting Cubana to know that that was then.
Right.
Now your money na water, no be for my place.
True.
You get so giving his brother $30,000. He feel like okay, he would get.
You know, Cubana actually said that boy is not his brother.
But he said he's his cousin.
He didn't know. What he said was everybody should go and look for their money. That he has his own money. And
he's not his brother, but Chioma is his sister.
Right. Then that one Deepo. Aye.
Yes,
it's true. The boy is not his brother, but like, Chioma is his sister.
I felt that.
And they are bearing the same last name for real. Yeah, they are bearing the same last name.
I must say, I really don't know what this is about. I really do, because this whole money thing, everybody should just go and they should leave social media alone. This one now, this girl has come out to say that she's the daughter of Cubana. Me, I can't wait to come and tell you guys the gist tomorrow.
You know, Cubana is a loyalist to Davido. And
that came out deep.
Cubana knows Davido and Burna, they are not in good terms. Like, even if they are in the same, but they are not in good terms. So he felt like you will be say we don't help you in the past. So you can't claim say you be this, you be that. And you know, things changes. You know, everybody goes every day. And Burna Boy now is an international superstar right now that he has a lot of money. He can do whatever he wants to do in his capability. You get so making that advance to Cubana's brother or alleged cousin that okay, I'll give you 30K, which he actually did. He felt like if he has done that, at least make him body calm down.
Yeah. Make Cubana say and say, I get the money.
But Cubana said no one. You want the show say no money na water. We did there. So that so on like that. The competition is going and I feel like okay, Cubana being in Davido's crew, if they actually wanted everything to die down, Davido would have called Cubana and tell him, look, stop it. Stop all those things you're doing. But everybody's enjoying the show.
Wait. You think Davido has the right to tell Cubana to stop what he's doing?
You know, they are you once said their families. He said Cubana and Odogu said they are, they are in the same crew.
I feel like all of these things, like Riley said, at this point is more of a competition of ego and everyone trying to flaunt power. But then, I think I'm more concerned about, there's this Yoruba proverb that says that which means that, if one person does not become unfortunate, another person cannot become fortunate. So if the fight did not happen, if the controversy did not happen, how will someone get $30,000?
Chop. You sabi. I swear.
I mean, I'm more concerned about leaving this place and making a video because I think my dad once told me I will be Cubana is my distant uncle.
Is your distant
right.
uncle? Me, I'm the mother. I'm the mother. And this is where we end the show. We wrap it up here. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And yes, my besties, I mean, you guys know I'm back. The Minister of Gossip is going nowhere. I can't wait to have another interesting episode with you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay blessed.
Hey besties, it's your girl Only Luana, and big thank you and big shout out to watching Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you probably haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned to see what Only Luana talks about and get all the juiciest gist. Thank you.